And now, broadcasting from the top of the skyscraper that is the Markham Hall on the Rogers State University campus in Claremore, it's Green Country's most exciting radio show, Free Association. And now, here is the Fort Smith Fireball, your champion of chicken, and your deluxe dueling DJ, Mark Lane.
Only have an hour to be with thee, but that's alright. Fun things come in small sizes. It's because of Lady Hillcat basketball. They'll be pounding Southwestern College. You'll want to stick around for that. You'll also want to stick around for today's 1 hour show. I'll still tell jokes. I'll still play your requests at 343-7913. For now, let's go ahead and get to that first selection of true alternative music. Hoo-ha! Jeff Buckley right here on Free Association. I'm Mark Lane. This is 91.3 FM. So that means you're hearing true alternative music. And what I'd like to hear from you is a request at 343-7913. So my car is fixed, right? Wrong. Well, not completely wrong. Last night I had a craving to go eat at my favorite burrito place in Tulsa. And I live here in Claremore, so that's a 30-minute drive from Claremore to Tulsa on the highway. So I get to the burrito place, and no, wait! I pull into the Quickie, which is about 100 feet away from the burrito place. That's right, because I didn't feel like paying $3 for a 28-ounce drink. Instead, I felt like paying $1.50 for a 52-ounce drink with free refills. So anyway, I get out of the car, and there's steam seeping out from my engine compartment. I'm stupefied by it because, my temperature gauge didn't say I was having any problems like this. So I don't know what to do. I open the hood slowly, and my radiator in the surrounding area, it's all wet with coolant. And underneath my car, it looks like she was pregnant and her water broke. That's what it looked like. So I hear this hissing noise. But I don't know where it's coming from. All I know is it's going to be a long ride back to Claremore, if I could even get a ride at all. I might have to call a tow truck. And spend a pretty penny that way. And I wouldn't like doing that, because the money I could spend on a tow truck, I could take that to a casino, and not only would I get free drinks, but I'd get a chance to flirt with somebody cute, as opposed to riding in a tow truck with a fat Allen with halitosis. So I can't get the radiator cap to come off. And I give up and I go order my burrito. And then I come back to it and decide to give the radiator cap another try after talking with my dad on the phone. So then, the cap comes off. All right, now I had this 52-ounce cup with me, and thankfully, the free refills, they came in handy, because I poured about 3 gallons worth of water into the engine coolant compartment before slamming the hood shut, hopping in the car, and literally praying to God that I would make it home safely. So I drive about from 71st Street in Tulsa to about 2 miles before the Catoosa exit on I-44, somewhere around 15 miles, before the temperature starts to creep towards the red on the temperature gauge. So I pull over on the shoulder of the road and turn my car off, because I don't want it to blow up the engine. My emergency lights are on. I got the hood open, walking around, standing around the hood, making folks believe on the highway I know what I'm doing when I really don't. I'm just waiting for it to cool down so I can start it up again. And I'm calling my dad. I'm updating him on the progress, and he's like, "Don't blow up your engine, because it'll take $2,000 to replace it." Thanks, Dad. You don't think I learned from my first date when I was 16 and I had a girl push the car after I blew it up? You don't think I learned from that? And so he's worried about that. And then in the middle of that conversation, my mom on the other line calls me in the middle of it all, and she wants me to help her with her computer. Can you believe this? In the middle of my car breaking down, my mom wants me to be tech support for her. All right, so the gas station is 2 miles away at the nearest exit. And I wonder, how am I going to make it? So I get this crazy idea. I decide to put my car into motion by putting it in drive, because I'm at the top of a hill. And it goes into motion. I put it in neutral, and I roll on the side of the highway with my blinkers on. And then I roll into the gas station. It was crazy if you were to drive by that. So when I get there, I fill it with 2 gallons worth of water. And I buy 4 gallons of water in case I get to a point on Route 66 where, there's not a gas station. Oh, and by the way, one of the gallons of water that I filled up spilled completely into my back floorboard, But the drive was okay. When I got to Claremore, it started to creep towards 260, the red line. So I shut the car down and wait for it to cool off. By that time, I decide, well, I can help my mom with her computer problem. And so I call her, and she says, "Don't bother me now. I'm watching Dancing with the Stars." Oh, okay, Mom. So when that's over, I help her with her computer problem. What's wrong with it? I'm serious. It's typing in Chinese. So when I get her to fix change the language setting on it, she says, "What language did I put it in again?" Put it in Korean, Mom. Put it in Tagalog. Yeah. Put it in Sanskrit. I'm serious. That's what she said. So anyway, after I fix that, I wait for my car to cool off, and after consulting with my sister, you can only imagine what it's like when I see a cute girl I think of hitting on. "Oh, do you think I should hit on her? Dad, what do you think? Mom, are you on the other line?" "No, I'm not going to help with your computer right now because I'm trying to hit on this girl. What do you say?" No, really, but I did. I talked to my sister, and she said, "Don't take it back to Purgatory Motors. Take it someplace different. You're not immortal. You don't have 2 decades to wait around for your car to be fixed." So that's exactly what I did. I took it to a different place, and I'm waiting on it to get fixed, and then I walked home. So the whole trip for a burrito, 4 hours. You don't have to wait that long to hear true alternative music, because here's my morning jacket with 2 halves on free association. 91.3 FM, your only choice for true alternative music. I'm Mark Lane. This is Free Association. And, I think that car story that I told in the middle of today's show, I think that should win a state award for on-air personality check. First place. All right, at least it should place. I don't own, of course. You know who they give these on-air personality check awards to? They give them to first place goes like Bob Mellifluous' voice from Southwestern Boogity Junction State College. And his entry sounds something like this. You just heard The Modest Manipulators with total control right here on WBLD College Radio. I'm Bob Mellifluous' voice, your DJ. Spring has sprung here in the Boogity Junction part of the state. And if you want to know mulch about gardening, listening to Gardening with Gerda, Sundays from 2 to 4 on WBLD College Radio. That's what they give first place to. How could they judge something like that and say that's first place without either A, the lids being left off the markers, or B, the lids being left off the liquid glue in the room? How does that happen? Well, that's why I don't like judged events. I don't like judged competitions. I don't. You know what I prefer? What you're about to hear at the top of the hour. Hillcat basketball. You got the Lady Hillcats taking on Southwestern College at Southwestern College. There's not going to be a judge standing around saying, "Oh, no, that basket didn't go in good enough. If the form on your jump shot wasn't good enough, take them points off the board." It'll go through the basket. It'll be 2 points. That's the end of it. Listen to the Lady Hillcats dribble their way to victory at the top of the hour, my friends. And I will be back with you next Wednesday for a full 2 hours. So there it is.